Welcome to K2 and Freeride's boot school. Alright, hi guys. My name is Henrik Enarsson. I am here at the K2 office in Sweden. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about boots and what we know about the feet, the boots, and how we can make a match. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I started my career in 2000 as a ski instructor, both here in Sweden, Åre, and also in Jackson Hole in the US. After that, I worked at Alpin Garaget here in Stockholm, Sweden, basically just with feet and boots, and it's got me a lot of experience about this stuff. And we're going to talk about a little bit how I work with this, and maybe give you guys some pointers of what to think about when you're buying boots. We're going to start about talking about Footanalyze and what kind of feet you guys have. There's 3 typical feet. You get the high arch, the normal foot, and the flat foot. And what you can say is most people have the normal foot somewhere inside their own anatomically shaped body. The flat foot is more of a flatter foot. It changes in shape and size a lot. We're going to talk about more about that later. And the high arch foot is very solid. It doesn't change much. It has classic problems with a high arch, both here and here. And it's very rigid, so it doesn't change. That's why a lot of problems come in this foot. All right, the high arch foot. The classic problems is here. It's a rigid foot, and that also mirrors the rest of the body in a lot of cases. So if you have a rigid foot, you're also going to be a little bit stiff in your body, which is going to be the angle that you can flex is not going to be as much as if you have a flat foot or really able to flex a lot. This will give you problems. If you look at the bottom, there's 3 points you're standing on. These points are going to take all your pressure from your skiing, from your body weight. That means they're going to be put through a lot of pressure, actually. So basically what's going to happen, if you start flexing a lot of pressure, you come up maybe 10 angle, then your heel is going to start lifting and all your pressure is going to be on front foot. So a lot of classic problems here is numbness in the front foot, because you're collapsing the arch of the front of the foot, because there's actually 3 arches. There's 1, 2, and then 3 here in the bottom. We have pictures of the footprint. So as you can see from the high arch foot, most pressure is on the heel and some on the big toe. It's also very a high foot. If you get pressure here, the nerves are going to be shut down, sort of, and numbness will, you'll be numb in your toes. Also, as I said, it's rigid, so a lot of pressure point. It doesn't change a lot. It's the way it is. If you try to buckle a boot on this, the pressure points are just going to, maximize out, and it doesn't change. So all your muscles in your foot are trying to keep this shape, and you buckle down the boot, and that's going to make cramps as well. So that's classic for a high arch foot. All right, the flat foot. As you can see, the angle of the foot is off. If you look at the another version, the dead foot, you can actually see that this is the normal foot. You have a straight line through your foot, and if you look at this, it's actually flatter, so it goes down. So this angle will be wrong, and that's going to give you pains. You can also see that this point is really out there. You're going to have pains in this one and that one. And if you can get your foot to look more like this, I hope you can see the difference right here and right there. You can actually see if you have a straight line here, this is not going to be put through so much pressure as on the flat foot, which you can use by using a custom inline sole. So other problems in this is that it's really soft. You can change it. It's not like the high arch foot. It doesn't have a really rigid to it, so it's going to be really flexible. It's going to be easy to get in and out of boots, but also the pressure point is just one big one at the bottom. Flat foot has more pressure all over because it's flat, so everything takes up all the pressure from your body. So this foot doesn't have a lot of problems except these 2 points, and also when you fall out into the inwards, this will go out, so there might be pressure points here as well. Once again, if you have a foot like this, you definitely I could recommend you to get a insole custom one, and you'll be more like the normal foot. All right, so every boot is shaped and formed after a normal foot like this. With that said, it's going to be straight angle. It's going to be, you know, the same size as you choose. So they're all created and shaped for a normal foot, which is this one. It's the straight angle. Normal foot, a lot is on the heel, of course, but everything else is green. So you have an even flow of pressure along the foot. If you're looking at these feet as well, you can actually see that they're not going to fit without some help into a normal boot. So standard boots, super good. There's all the possibilities of molding and grinding and remaking the shapes, and also have even the size of the boot, which a lot of people need to do because not everybody looks like this. And that's why it's so important to get all these feet into this boot. All right, guys, that was all from the boot school from this episode. If you want to see more episodes, check out here. If you want to see some more video clips from Freeride, check out here. And don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget your coffee. Thanks.